All right, what's going on, guys? I know it's been a minute. It's been a fucking minute, but I wanted to hit you with a very, very short, sweet video to update you on both my training, the business side of things, and then what's to come content-wise. Again, I want to keep things super short and sweet. I was going to pull out the whiteboard and everything and like write out everything that I'm doing, but that would quickly turn into like a 30-minute segment, and I just want to like give you everything as an update. I don't want to have to make this some long-ass piece of content. That way you guys can just get filled in real quick, and then and then we can just kind of keep moving forward. So first things first, I'm not competing for like another 6 to 7 months. As of right now, Powerlifting American Nationals is the next meet. Okay, unfortunately, I was not able to earn my spot to Sheffield. My third squat at Worlds was overturned, and because that was overturned, I could not solidify my spot. Just total wise, I wasn't going to hit that 875 plus mark, which is what I had to hit as a 93. For those of you who don't know, in order to earn your way back to Sheffield, you had to essentially win your class and or total within like a certain percent of the world record total. Okay, so for the 93s, we had to basically total at least 875, all right, and come in second, I think, if you didn't win the whole meet. So, of course, I would be extraordinarily honored and blessed if I received the invite again, the wildcard invite again for the Sheffield. For those of you, again, who don't know, I competed at SBD's first Sheffield competition last year in the UK. It was amazing. By far my favorite experience, not just as an athlete, but as an individual on planet Earth. It was unreal. Truly unprecedented, especially in the sport of powerlifting, to not only be invited and to compete there, but also to place third, almost place second or first there, and have a freaking amazing meet. Honestly, man, it was just fucking surreal, and it's what I'm here to do. Like I was meant for that stage. I'm born for that kind of shit. Like, and I know just more of it's gonna come. We just have to keep fucking working and making the proper sacrifices. So, anyway, as of right now, Nationals is what's up next. I don't know if I'm going to get the invite. Of course, like I said, I would be very honored. I'd feel very, very blessed if I did receive that invite, and I am prepping as if I am going to receive that invite. But either way, what's cool is that both Nationals and Sheffield are around the same time. If anything, there might be like a 4-week difference, which really is nothing. That's not that bad. So yeah, like I said, as of right now, I'm probably like anywhere between 5 to 7 months out from my next meet. So current training, nothing really changes too much in terms of my powerlifting preparation. There's no real like off season. The only difference is that in the off season, I can kind of just add more work in that would otherwise kind of impact the compound movements too much to have them be included to the degree that I have them included now during an actual prep, which would, let's say, be categorized as 12 to 14-ish weeks outside of a competition or from a competition. Okay, so I kind of worded that all fucked up. Basically what I'm trying to say is when I'm really, really far out from a meet, I have the opportunity to add more work in, because what it does is, A, it'll increase my work capacity as an individual, as an athlete, so I can handle more work, but B, even though it will tax my compound movements more, because it, of course, will impact my recovery, that's okay, because I'm far from a meet. I don't need my top end to be at my top end, if that makes sense. I don't need my singles on week 4, my doubles on week 4 to be what my true double max is or what my true 1 RM is, right? Because I am so far out from a meet. And again, the trade-off is that I'm getting more work done. I'm building my work capacity, but I'm genuinely just getting more work done. I'm accumulating some really quality work, all right? And so that to me is more important than pushing that top end constantly, okay? So again, that's the benefit to being in the quote unquote off season, but I don't necessarily have like an off season. Like if you were to look at my program now, it really wouldn't look too much different than how it's gonna look when I'm 12 or even 8 weeks out from a meet. All that to say, everything's getting pushed significantly. I am pushing my body pretty fucking hard, and I am recovering really hard too. I've really made some amazing changes to my schedule and to my lifestyle that have allowed me to just unlock a new level, honestly. And as a natural athlete, I cannot stress to you the fucking sheer importance of just optimizing every aspect of your life. Because if you don't, you're really leaving pounds on the table. You're leaving wins on the table that you could be accumulating, you could be acquiring, that will pay itself forward later down the line. Is it easy? No. But if it were easy, everyone would do it. And that's just that. If you want to be a fucking champion, of course it should be hard. You should want it to be hard. You should want it to be challenging because then it means something when you achieve it. And that's that. So, yeah, so that's my powerlifting training. My powerlifting training, again, is very similar to what I would be doing if I was in prep. We are squatting twice a week, pulling twice a week, benching 3. Before I was benching like 5, but we're benching 3, hammering accessories like a motherfucker, and yeah, just having a good time with that. Some unique things that I've added into my training, which kind of coincides with the next piece that I want to talk about, which is my cut, but cardio. So I have started doing some steady state cardio throughout the week. I pretty much do cardio almost every single day, and it's anywhere between 10 to 25, sometimes even 35 minutes worth, and I'll explain what I mean by that. So I used to prefer steady state cardio. It's easy, it's simple, you can watch a show like your new fucking anime show that comes out every Saturday. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Listen to podcasts, whatever. It's a chill session, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like icing on the cake, so to speak. You're not really working, and there's something that's nice about that. One, it's almost like a time to meditate, time to take a step back while still getting something done. But at the same time, I think it's also nice when you don't have to worry about it really impacting your primaries too much, right? There's not too much stress on your body when you're just walking on an incline on a treadmill for 25 minutes straight. You know what I mean? So before I used to do that, but I want to fucking evolve. I want to be a healthier human, but I also want to be a fucking savage, an animal. I want to be just a high performance athlete, especially like how I used to be before powerlifting. So all that to say, I am doing hill sprints, pretty hard hill sprints, at least twice a week. My body as of right now can't really handle more than twice a week because I do about 10 to 15, we'll call them rounds, but with sub 10-second rest in between each round. And basically what I do is I sprint uphill. It's probably, if I had to guess, maybe like 40 yards, 30 to 40 yards uphill. And then I backpedal down, basically give myself 5 seconds and then do it again. That's been great. I love that. It's just, I think it's going to build a lot of explosiveness. And on top of that, I think that that's a more, first of all, it's more fun to do that because I feel like I'm actually working. I feel like I'm putting in more work. I'm training, and I love to train. All right. So that's fun. It's more enjoyable in my opinion. It is harder, but it's more enjoyable. I do feel like it's building more explosiveness. I do feel like I'm getting fitter, faster, lighter on my feet, more powerful. And, yeah, I just think that's better. I also like that. I like anaerobic training when it comes to fat loss over the steady state stuff, over the aerobic stuff, primarily because it requires so much output, so much effort in shorter spurts. All right, and so hypothetically, you would burn more calories that way. You will also have to use more energy. Again, I'm not a nutritionist and I'm not a sports specialist in terms of strength and conditioning when it comes to that side. My specialty is in strength and hypertrophy. But I think it's a no fucking brainer that if I'm walking on a 3 or 5 incline at a 3 to 4 speed for 20 minutes versus doing some hard ass fucking hill sprints for 15 minutes or 10 minutes, come on. I mean, it's kind of fucking obvious which ones requires more energy, more effort, more intensity, right? So I prefer that HIIT style training when it comes to fat loss, getting in shape, and getting shredded and just feeling like a fucking unit, all right? Because again, I think there's more benefits to it. It's not just kind of like loosening yourself up as you're walking. It genuinely is just fucking hard training, which is amazing. Like I love that aspect. I feel like a unit. You know what I mean? So I'm combining the two. I do the steady state about 3 to 4 times a week, and then I do the sprints about 2 to 3 times a week. Beyond that, I do also do judo. So that's twice a week as of right now in the evenings for about an hour and 15 minutes. Obviously, not all of that is just straight activity. I am on my feet the whole time, but it's not just kind of go, go, go all the time, right? We've got parts of it that are mainly just stretching, parts of it that are mainly technique, parts of it where we're doing drills, grappling, you know, working, like actually applying our technique on each other. And then I also am boxing. I do have a little bit of fighting martial arts experience throughout my life. I took Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Kempo, little bit of wrestling. But I just wanted to pick all that stuff back up. Again, I want to be a fucking unit. I want to be a weapon. I want to be dangerous. I want to feel dangerous, but I also take my responsibility as a man very seriously. And I believe that my responsibility is to protect and to serve and to have the power and the control over myself enough to be capable of defending the people that need to be protected. you know, in any form and capacity. It doesn't necessarily just mean through violence and physical stuff, although that is very important, but also to have the emotional fortitude or the spiritual fortitude to lift other people up. So I believe that that's what true strength is. I think it has nothing to do with a barbell and a bunch of calibrated plates. I think it's about how much of the burden you can bear, and not just your own, but the burdens of others. Okay, can you lift up the burdens of the weak so that they can carry forward? That's somebody who's fucking strong. Okay, and that to me is, I don't know, I feel like that's my responsibility, especially as an older brother, as a son. It means something to me. I want to be the best, strongest version of myself, and I believe I'm capable of greatness. And so I hold myself to that higher standard. Part of that means the respect and the discipline that comes along with martial arts and stuff. But I think it's also about just quite literally being fucking dangerous. You know, nobody's gonna fuck with you. And that's that. And knowing that you have that power, you have that control. You know, and I think that that's a great place to be, to train yourself in that way. So that's why I've brought in these different disciplines back into my life, because once I started powerlifting, I think like a lot of other powerlifters, we get into this mode of thought where it's like, oh, I'm powerlifting, I can't do anything else. My lifestyle has to be just this. And if I fucking go for a 20-minute walk, that's going to impact my squat, my RP8 single. And if I fucking, shut the fuck up, all right? You don't need the fucking gummy bears. Yes, you can live a life outside of powerlifting. And in fact, I encourage you to, because your body will adapt. That's what all this is about. Everything's adaptation. You're giving your body a stimulus, and your body says, whoa, holy fuck, I did not expect that. We better change if we want to survive next time, right? That's it. That's adaptation. That's our secret weapon as humans. We adapt emotionally, spiritually, and physically. We fucking adapt. That's the beauty of us, all right? So use that to your advantage. Build your work capacity. Adapt, man. No excuses, no bullshit. Just fucking go. Just eat it all up, man. Eat up the work. Elevate. Let everybody else be average. That's not for you and I. It's just not. It's what it is. So anyway, I don't want to rant, but that's basically my training as of right now. Some cardio, anaerobic, aerobic mixture. I am taking 2 styles of martial arts. Boxing, unfortunately, I had to stop because my coach, fucking amazing coach, John Salaji, he's a world champ. He served the country. He trained with Cus D'Amato and Mike Tyson, which those are my favorite. I mean, Cus was amazing, but Mike Tyson's by far one of my favorite fighters. And unfortunately, though, he's about an hour and a half away from where I live. So that's pretty tough for me to cut because I have to go an hour and a half, train for 3 hours, and come back. Keep in mind, in the mornings, I do my powerlifting training, which is already 2 to 3 hours. You know, so that's just too much of the day, especially when I'm trying to run my business and all that stuff. It's just too much. So I'm trying to figure out if I can find another gym nearby or another coach that I can trust to help me with boxing. But judo is pretty close by, so I've been able to do that. What else? Okay, so that's training. That's done. In terms of the cut, so I am technically cutting right now. I don't have any specific goal. I just want a body recomp. I just think that there's no reason for me to be fat. I think there's a rate of diminishing returns. Now, do I need to be 7% body fat? No. But do I need to be 20? Fucking no. And I believe that I was at like 20%. I was at like 216. I carry it really well. For a 5'5" frame at 216 pounds, like I carry it very fucking well. But that doesn't change the fact that I know I could be better, right? So my goal with this cut is to just very gradually get down to about 200. That would be the lowest that I've really been in a long time. Last year I did a body recomp and I got down to 204 and I looked great. So I'd like to get down to 200, maybe even push to 195. And then by that time, I'll probably be about 3, maybe 4 months out from my next meet. And then I can decide whether or not I want to go as an 83 or a 93. I have no problem doing either of them. I've always wanted and dreamed of becoming a 2 weight class world champ. And I believe I have every fucking, I can do that 100%. I know I can. It's just a matter of when, not if. So we'll see where I'm at. If my strength is basically at the same level or greater and I'm at 195, fucking feeling great, looking shredded, whatever, yeah, I might as well just make that cut to 83. But if I feel like my strength is kind of suffering, I feel like shit, whatever the fuck, I'll just eat right back into 93s. That puts me in a phenomenal spot going into a meet. To be able to be that low and then eat into a meet is fucking great news. And then I just do my normal water cut like I usually do. So that's the cut. I can do another video where I break down calories, the foods I'm eating, and all that other stuff. But again, I just wanted this to be like an update video. So I guess the next, and I guess it would be the last portion really of The update is the business side, which is the website, training solutions, merch, all that stuff. So it's all ready. It's pretty much ready. The merch has been ready for a while. What issues we ran into were with the website. So I used to use third-party softwares like Squarespace, Shopify, Wix, etc., and those are great. I love Squarespace, honestly. However, I knew in the back of my mind, the merch is one thing, like anybody can just kind of put up a store and call it a day. But for the training solutions, I wanted to provide a very unique, custom, innovative experience for the consumer. One that if I was the consumer, I would appreciate, I would want. And so I decided to partner and hire a developer, he's really good, to build my site from scratch. Unfortunately, this is expensive, yes, but it also takes time. And it's just him working on it. So unfortunately, the timeline has been kind of consistently pushed back because we really do want it to be perfect. So here's what we're going to do. Most of the training solution side is pretty much done, at least the initial stuff for the initial launch of that stuff. But that'll probably be another maybe 2 to 4 weeks until we really let that stuff roll out. Now, initially with that stuff, we're going to give you a full PDF that I've completely written with videos and all this other stuff, like great stuff, great content, along with an interactive Excel sheet that'll be really helpful. But the goal is to have the customer account on my website, have it have all the features you might see in a third-party app like Train Heroic or Playbook or any of these apps, these fitness apps. All right, so trackability features, stuff that can help you with your technique. So videos and all that other shit when it comes to the exercises. All this stuff I want to give to you guys, but we have to code it. We have to build it out. So that might take a little bit of time, but hopefully not too bad. And again, you'll have access to those programs before that shit comes out, all right? So really it'll just kind of be like an update to everything. And of course there will be like a pre-access price and stuff to the programs because to me it's not fair to charge you what would be the full price of the programming plus the back-end features if you don't have the back-end features yet. That's the training solution stuff. Very excited about that stuff. I have more information coming out with that. And then the merch. So the merch I'm super excited for. It's going to be drop style. So things are only going to be available in limited quantities, but also for only for a shortened period of time, for a limited amount of time. The merch is going to be made available for pre-sale, actually hopefully today, which is Monday the I want to say it's the 27th or 28th today, something like that. But anyway, the site should be live today. Merch is going to go live for pre-sale, and then after 1 week of it being open for pre-sale, I'm going to put in the orders for the posters and for the shirts. And then 1 week after that, so the store will be live for basically essentially 2, maybe 3 weeks. Then I'm going to close the shop, and I'm going to prepare for the second drop of the merch, which might be like maybe a month or so from now. So that's the plan. So everything should be up and live by the time you're watching this video. I don't want to fucking kind of run on forever, so I'm going to cut it. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I apologize that I've been off the content game. To be honest with you, man, I got so caught up in my training and gunning for Worlds, especially after Sheffield. And I just didn't have the help I needed to be able to film alongside that, and it just became a lot. So again, honestly, I've optimized my lifestyle. Dude, I wake up between like 5 and 6 a.m. to train. I train for 2, 3, 4 hours, film, then I'll edit some stuff, eat, work, and then it's cardio, and then it's martial arts, and then after that, it's some more work, and then I shower, eat. You know, I got a whole fucking, but I'm packed in, you know, I'm optimized, man. I'm fucking optimized, I'm locked in, and I'm excited. So I appreciate your patience with me, man. I really fucking do. I'm just some kid who lifts trying to make it, and I have this amazing vision for what I'm capable of, and I only do it because my goal is to lead through action and prove to you that you have the greatness within you too, and I just don't have it in me to ask you or to tell you to be fucking great and me not have at least attempted to do it myself. So that's it, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you for watching the update. More is to come. Hope you guys have a blessed day.